Good morning all, CamelbackTrading.org coming to you this Monday morning, March 24th. Hope you all had a nice weekend. We're looking at Window Trader's market profile of the ESNQ. So, quick couple of notes. I'm leaving early today, leaving around 12, a little 12:15 or so. So I'll only be here for the first 2.5 hours, 3 hours of trading. Won't be a video tonight or tomorrow night. But tomorrow I'm here up until 3:30. And after that, I should be here full-time going forward. Just a couple of appointments I need to take care of. Okay. So, remember, we've been in balance. Look what we're trying to do right now. We're trying to break out of this 5-day balance in ESNQ on two gaps. Not one, but two. A weekly gap, possibly, and a daily gap. So if we open anywhere where we're trading now, right? Your first gap fill would be 70.75, which is last week's high, and then a daily high of 22.25. Same with NQ. If you open up here, the weekly gap of 168, and then the daily gap below at 974. So the bulls are attempting to break out of balance on both the weekly and the daily to the upside and on gaps. Right? Another form of emotional trading. Do we get follow through? Well, we're going to see. Again, the gap and go crowd always loves to scream and yell. To me, if it gaps and goes, that tells you how strong the market is, the strength of it, and you're going to have multiple opportunities. If it gap and doesn't go, well then, if you're long off the gap right away, you're going to get hurt, and you'd have better opportunities for longs if it was to pull back. Right? Righty. Also looking on a daily gap, but not a weekly gap. Wednesday is their high, so it's not a weekly gap unless they go higher in the next 80, 90 minutes. Okay? As far as the game plan early, well, if we get the overnight high sooner rather than later, then on pullbacks, I'm going to be a lot more comfortable to look for longs. There'll be many longs you could look for if that's the case. You could look for a long against the weekly gap fill. You could look for a long to front run the overnight low. If you get that overnight low and get both overnights, well then, boy, oh boy, that's an issue because right now, the overnight range is close to $5. So if you were to take the overnight high and overnight low, then I don't know how much the odds of holding to the daily gap would be. If we don't get the overnight high and pull back, I'll still look for longs, but with a little more caution. Okay? You're going to have indices in your favor, most likely. Again, there's a lot of time, but if things stay the same, you'll have gap, indices, and value in your favor. Okay? If we do open above here, I'm going to leave this line in here to see how much we extend the balances. Remember last week when I said in ES, I'm just going to call it extending the balance, and that was for good reason. Look at Thursday and Friday did. So it would be the same this morning. Now, if we open much higher, then even if it comes in, I would still call it up, probably on the weekly and the daily. But again, it all remains to be seen. That's why, being in this trading room, you're going to see what's happening all throughout the trading day. And then, chart-wise, just quickly. So here we are on the weekly. Remember, I recapped all of these last week, so on Friday. So it's a 2-week balance. If we come out of it, we're up. Again, I want to see it stretch a little more than just taking it out barely. If we do, we'll be up. And then the daily. We've been talking about this for a long time now. We're trading at 571. 200-day moving average is 573.51. A week ago, or 6 trading days ago, we were $20-something below it. Now we're within $2. Again, that's a crucial point for me that I believe the bulls, if you want to see new highs, get acceptance back over and maybe new long-term money comes in. A failure at that level and a rollover, and we can see the opposite. Thank you so much for liking and subscribing to this channel. Good luck trading today. And we'll speak prior to the opening tomorrow.